You're in last place this week, my mother announced to my little brother. You know what that means. Every Sunday night, our parents ranked all 5 of us kids from first to last. They said competition built strong character and they refused to raise weak children. The system was simple and brutal. First place got dessert, got praised at dinner, got to sleep in the big bed with the soft blankets. Last place got scraps, got mocked by the whole family, got sent to the basement to sleep on concrete. Everything was a competition. Who finished their chores fastest? Who got the best grades? Who ran the farthest without stopping? Who memorized the most Bible verses? Who could hold their breath the longest? Who could stand on one foot without wobbling? Parents kept score all week in a notebook and announced the rankings every Sunday like it was a sporting event. In first place this week, Constance, excellent work, sweetheart. In second place, Warren. Third, Vivian. Fourth, Louisa. And in last place, they'd pause for effect. They'd let it hang there while we all held our breath, and whoever was last would start crying before their name was even called because they knew what was coming. We learned to sabotage each other young because there was no other way to survive. I once hid my sister's homework so she'd get a 0. My brother Warren tripped Louisa during the running test so hard that she sprained her ankle and couldn't compete for a week, which meant automatic last place. We loved each other somewhere deep down, but we loved not being last more. My little brother Phineas was small and sweet and trusted everyone, which made him terrible at our family's games. He didn't understand why his siblings kept lying to him, kept stealing his things, kept setting him up to fail. His first week in the rankings, he came in last. His second week, last again. Third week, Warren stole his homework and blamed him for losing it, so he came in last again. Please, Phineas begged our parents after his 5th time in the basement. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying as hard as I can. Try harder, Dad said. This family doesn't carry dead weight. The basement got worse the more times you landed there. First time was just sleeping on the floor. Second time, no dinner. Third time, no lights. By Phineas's 5th week in last place, they introduced the box, which was a crawl space behind the water heater where you couldn't stand up or stretch out. You just curled there in the dark for the whole week, alone with the spiders and the mold and the dripping pipes, and someone would slide crackers and water through a gap twice a day. You could hear the rest of the family eating dinner above you and laughing like nothing was wrong. Phineas went into the box as a sweet little boy who still laughed sometimes and asked for hugs. He came out silent with his eyes all wrong, flinching at every sound, but Sunday came around again and he was too broken to compete, so he landed in last place, which meant back in the box, which broke him more, which meant last place again. I watched my brother disappearing into himself week after week, and my parents didn't even seem to notice that their system was killing him. He needs to learn to fight, Mom said when I begged her to stop. The world won't go easy on him just because he's small. We're preparing him for reality. He's 8 years old and he doesn't talk anymore. He just stares at the wall. Then he should try harder to win. That's all there is to it. The other kids wouldn't help him because helping him meant risking their own ranking. I tried to throw some competitions to push him up, but Warren noticed and sabotaged us both. I came in 4th that week and Phineas was last again, and I had to listen to him screaming and begging as they shoved him back in the box. The next Sunday I made a decision. I destroyed Constance's project while she slept. I failed every test on purpose. I refused to run, refused to recite, refused to compete at all. My parents stared at the scoreboard in confusion as they tallied the points. Vivian is in last place, Mom said slowly. That's never happened before. I know what that means, I said. They dragged me toward the basement, but I wasn't going quietly. I screamed as loud as I could, over and over, wordless shrieking that rattled the windows. Dad clamped his hand over my mouth and I bit down until I tasted blood. I screamed again, and again, and again. Someone called the police. When the officers walked through our house, they found Phineas curled in the box, catatonic and covered in his own filth, so dehydrated he had to be hospitalized immediately. They found 4 other children who'd been trained since birth to destroy each other just to survive. They found a scoreboard on the refrigerator tracking years of rankings with gold stars and black marks. They found the box. Mom tried to explain that they were building character, that competition made children strong, that this was good parenting. We were helping them, she kept saying. We were teaching them to win. Both my parents got 15 years each. Phineas still flinches every time someone says the word last.